Good evening and welcome to Can You Handle the Truth? I am your host, Jocelyn N. McGuire, specializing in breakthrough counseling, women's ministry, also experienced with adult and children's trauma. I do hold a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I am also a certified circle keeper. My goal, my goal is to see individuals overcome with the truth. Now let's get to it. Can you handle the truth? All right. Well, so much is going on in the world. It seems like everything is happening at the same time, or it's a follow of events that are occurring. This year alone, we have had 319 mass shootings. 319 mass shootings. But tonight, we're going to talk about excessive force. Excessive force. Excessive force is different than unreasonable force. Okay? Let's kind of let that swim around in your head a little bit. They both are different. Excessive force and unreasonable force are two different things. Now, with George Floyd, that was unreasonable force. Now, what has occurred in Akron, Ohio, with the young man being shot over 60 times, excessive force. Is excessive force. Don't you consider that to be very excessive? Don't you consider that to be very excessive when an individual has to be gunned down, shot 60 times? Shot 60 times. I'm not understanding that. It seems to me that when it comes to arrest or the apprehension of a suspect, and I'm not trying to play the race card, but it seems as though that the ones that do the mass shootings, they seem to always be arrested without incident. Arrested without incident. I mean, now let's start at the beginning of what actually occurred. Okay. 25-year-old black male, Jayland Walker, was driving his vehicle and he had on a ski mask. He had on a ski mask and he shot. They were going to stop him for his car in violation. Okay, they're going to stop him. However, in that wanting to stop him, pull him over, he speeded. He did not pull over, and he speeded. Now, while he's driving his car fast, trying to get away from the police, he shoots a gun out the door. All right? He shoots the gun out the door. Yeah, absolutely. It's been going on for years. Absolutely. Now, tonight I do not have my glasses on, so I really can't see because they broke. But anyhow, listen, I'll try to read some of you guys' comments, all right? Wow. 49,710. Okay, you know about you heard what I just said, guys, about the how many excessive force or shootings by police. And it seems like, okay, let me get back to where I was at. And he speeded off. And as he was speeding, he shot his gun out the window, out the door. Well, he then pulls, like he's going up on the sidewalk. And the car slows down. All right. It slows down. And he exits out of the passenger side. Okay. Right. He shot, they thought he was shooting at the police because he fired a shot and they in pursuit of him. All right. So anyway, he escapes out of the passenger door and proceeds to be running. All right. At this point, he's running. At this point, also, officers are chasing him. I believe it was 8 are chasing him. Yes, he did shout at the police. Yes, so now they are chasing him. They said they tried to use the stun gun, but evidently he must have been out of reach. Okay, as to where those little probes could not attach to his flesh. Now, they start shooting him. Like all of them start shooting because that boy got over 60 bullets in him. Over 60. Now you may say, well, they didn't know. They did not know that this individual didn't have the gun on him. Okay. They didn't know he didn't have the gun. Because remember now, during the chase, he had a gun because he shot out the door. So he did have a gun. However, there are layers to this shooting by the officers. Now, did it take that many bullets to bring an individual down? I would say not. Can you imagine the body being full of bullets over 60 times? And we know that bullets, they can do a lot of damage, as to where that person could be unrecognizable, their arm can come off, their hand, anything, face, ears, and it can be, just imagine that. Just take a moment and imagine how this individual look, this 25-year-old black man. How did his body look afterwards of being shot over 60 times? How does it look? I'm quite sure he looks very unrecognizable. Now, but we have to put things in perspective, and we have to say this. Why was he wearing a ski mask? No, nobody want to talk about that part. Why was he wearing a ski mask? Usually when an individual is wearing a ski mask, they are trying to what? Hide their identity. Okay? They don't want to be identified. They have done something, and I'm going to say it, done something wrong, or on your way to do something wrong. Okay? We have a person on here on TikTok saying they believe that it was that he was afraid of being shot by the police. That's why he ran. Okay. I'll go along with that. That's why he ran. All right. We have Janet Stevens from Facebook. She said that was excessive, overkill, dead wrong. Overkill. It was an overkill. No, I ain't arguing with that part. It was an overkill. Don't you agree? Don't you agree that it was an overkill? Janet, you are so right. You're so right. Overkill. I think that people can more so understand overkill than excessive. I believe that people have a more conscious idea of what overkill is. It's exactly what it is. Overkill. Overkill. One bullet could have killed him. But the bullets, well over 60 is considered an overkill. Yeah, overkill. I was trying to find a word for excessive, and I'm like, well, people excessive, got a different kind of definition to it, and but the layman person would more so understand the word overkill. Thank you, Janice Stevens, for that. Would more so understand the language, the interpretation, what actually occurred is an overkill. Overkill. Wow. How many bullets do it take to bring a person down? Take one. Yes. Yes. Okay. Janice Stevens, once again on Facebook, she said it's excessive is above and beyond what's necessary. It's above and beyond what is necessary. But how is it that we as a society, well, with the officers, how do they determine that we're going to use excessive force? How do they determine that? I mean, because the mass shootings, it seems as though they are not affected with excessive force. They are taken in by no incident. But they find a dozen of rifles and MKs and all kind of guns that cause destruction. Jada Stevens says on Facebook, she goes, he probably was afraid considering all the deaths that had been occurring. You know what? Absolutely was afraid. I believe that every Black person, let me put you like that, fear, has some sense of fear whenever you ain't gotta leave your house no more. Okay? Whenever they get in their vehicle or leave the house, that they may meet up with a situation with the authorities. And you're the innocent person. You know that they are known for shooting Black folks. Now that's just the bottom line of it. Okay, they're not angry because their job requires don't give the same pay because of us. Wow. They'll get the same pay because of us. I don't know. I think they're getting bonuses or what. I'm not understanding that. Oh, higher degrees. Okay. Maybe not. Not sure about that. I just know that the chances, especially being a Black male, of being approached by a police officer is the chances that he may not come home alive from a simple stop, because the officers are already on edge. Because the officer is already on edge. They already got it in their mind. I'm not going to say all of them. Got it in their mind that they have to kill us. That I don't understand. That I don't understand. So yes, I can understand this young man afraid that they're gonna kill him. And I guess he figured, well, if I try to escape, at least I got a chance. If I run, I got a chance. If I run, I got a chance to make it. And that's what he chose to do, was to run. Literally to run for his life. Let's put it to you like that. Literally run for his life to escape. But shot over 60 times. That's ludicrous. That is ludicrous. It doesn't make any sense. None whatsoever. Okay. We have a person here on TikTok that was saying that that their mother is in law enforcement, said our boys, police, our boys, they do things because they think they can get by. Okay, police are just like boys. They think they can get by. They can get away with it. They can do whatever to anyone, but it seems to be happening to us. Seems to be happening to us. Oh, okay. Oh, your mother-in-law. Thank you. I told you I ain't got my glasses on. All right, now we have another comment here from Janet from Facebook. And she said, I don't understand them shooting him and he was running away. Shooting him and he was running away. I'm thinking that because of the circumstances that led up to the shooting, that they didn't know what he had done. Now, this go back. Let's say now, because he had on the face mask, he shot at them, but he didn't have a Magnum or a MK-47. Is that what they are? But as he's running away, they all start shooting him. All of them. All, from my understanding, all 8 officers start shooting him. All 8? But what happened at the I want to know something. Why do it take 8 officers to shoot? I mean, or you can't shoot well, or what? None of you passed the shooting range or scored high. Why does it take 8 officers, to my understanding, to shoot? That's too much. That is too much. That is the overkill. That is the overkill. All right. Took 8 for one man. But like I said, he had a ski mask. He had a single gun, not a machine gun, like a lot of others be carrying. But he gets shot by 8 officers. 8. Overkill. Okay, we had Janet here from Facebook. She says, okay, but it was a traffic stop. He wasn't a murderer. Yeah, it was a traffic stop. He wasn't a murderer, as they did not know, because he had on a ski mask to hide his identity. So now we do know that when a person wearing a ski mask, either they are committing some sort of crime. What the crime is, I don't know. Okay, let me see here. I wish I can read your name. But it says here on TikTok, no answers. Yeah, evidently we ain't got no answers. No answers, no excuses, except for innocent black men and black women will get ahead. So I'm not, so I wonder what was going on. Yeah, trying to have a chance to get away, to not be murdered. Okay, here we have Janet from Facebook. We wearing masks every day, and I have seen people who didn't know if they weren't there to rob, steal, or harm. This is true. This is true. This is true. They didn't know they're going to be robbed or harmed, or what was going to occur when you face to face with a person that is wearing a mask. Even though we all were wearing masks, I ain't gonna say all because some people just refuse to. We're wearing masks, and that would give you the ideal, because no, from movies and things of that nature, that people when they get ready to commit a crime try to hide their identity. So the mask covers everything except your what? Your eyes. So then it would be kind of hard to describe what this person looked like. Understand that. Yeah, now, I don't think he was wearing that ski mask for COVID. No. No. I'm just saying. I don't think he was wearing that ski mask because of COVID. Let me drink me some. Let me get me some tea over here. Can you handle the truth? Mm. So, what's next? What's going to occur next? What's going to occur next? And I guess we could say that him wearing the mask, the ski mask, him wearing the ski mask, that all right, Janet on Facebook. And you know what? That is true. That is true. Uh Listen, I have seen people with all kinds of masks. Not for me to judge. Yeah. Yeah, they've been wearing some crazy masks, but in the summertime, a ski mask. I mean, well, you know what? It just popped in my head. Well, maybe he wasn't committing a crime. Maybe something else was going on with him. Yeah, you ever think about that? Maybe something else was going on with him that he wears a ski mask all the time. Now, what if we find that out? That this young man, he's been wearing a ski mask for the last 2-3 years. Yeah, he did, Janet. Yes, Janet, he did. He did. Janet says he did look like an old time bank robber with that mask on. But I'm saying I'm looking on the flip side of it. What if he had an issue and he just wore this mask all the time? Everywhere he go, he had on the mask. What if that? Pro lives matter, or while the pigs proofing us. Hmm. Yeah, the mass murders. Okay, the mass murder. That's from Mister Up to No Good over here on TikTok. Let me read this to you guys. He states that he was pro blue. Oh, lives matter. So while the pigs profiling us, their friends committing mass murders. Wow. While they profiling us, their counterparts are committing mass murders. That's pathetic. Okay, Janet from Facebook says, my boys played football with other boys who had to wear things to cover up from the sun. Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. However, they probably wasn't looking like they was robbing a bank. So by him wearing this mask, well, exactly what it is, ski mask. By him wearing this ski mask, could that had played a factor in the pursuit? Could that have played a factor on this overkill? Well, regardless, so they looked crazy to you, Janet. Yeah, the football team, you have to wear a particular type of head protection from the sun, And she said she laughing out loud, right? But they looked crazy to me. Okay, so when you're faced with that particular scenario, and you come across a person that is wearing a ski mask and they have shot their gun, what is going through your head? Now, come on, can you handle the truth? What is the thoughts that are going through your head when the person has on a ski mask and it's hot outside and they done shot their gun? What is it? Can you handle the truth? Goes down real good with a can you handle the truth cup. Inquiry minds want to know? Leave me a message. Back to what I was saying. Mr. Up to No Good says, I programmed to think the person is a criminal. Yes, our minds are programmed that this person may supposedly, almost 99% is a what? Criminal. All right, now, what's going on in my head? They scared and needing protection, feeling like the person fugitive, feeling like the person is a fugitive, that the officers need protection. All right, okay, the officers need protection. I can understand that, trying to protect the public and they need protection. However, the point is this: being shot by 8 different officers, over 60 bullets hit your body. That's excessive. That's excessive. That is excessive. That is very excessive. Even though he had on a ski mask. I mean, he didn't have no protective gear on, like these people that do the mass shootings. Now they be wearing protective gear and body armor and got all kind of massive destructive guns, weapons, have all sorts of weapons. Okay, Janet says here on Facebook, and she's making a point here. She said, but when it's determined they are not a criminal, Do you hold the killers accountable? I guess the killers account. The killers, are you referring to killers as being the police officers? But when it's determined they are not a criminal, do you hold the killers accountable? That's police officers. Even if even if he did commit a crime, it still goes to the fact that it was excessive force. Still goes to the fact that it was an overkill. That still goes there. Okay, Janet says here on Facebook, she says, right, why are they not seen as criminals? You know, when the police officer, they have the right to shoot. They got that right to do that, and they take full advantage of it. They take full advantage of that. Okay, we got some information here from Mr. Up to No Good. Yeah, they do need to be accountable. Absolutely right. And they saying on here that they shot up a total of 7 seconds. Within 7 seconds, over 60 shots were fired and hit this young man, 25 years old. In 7 seconds. Okay, we had someone, they said, but what I was saying, what if the officers make up the incident? He might not even have a gun, in theory. Okay. Well, the body camera, from the last I know of, when a camera is shooting something, it's shooting exactly what was being done right in front of it. And you see the light that comes from the gun, I guess the fire that comes from the weapon is coming out the car. You see that? So some things they make up, yes. Some things they cover up, yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. Janet is making a valid point here on Facebook. She's saying that they will find a reason to let the police get away with it. It seems like they get away with it all the time. I mean, this is what we do, and this is what's going to happen. So yeah, we can go out here, we can do an overkill. You can use excessive force. Okay, this person is saying, but what if the tables were turned, but you also, the officers erased the footages? Dang. The officer erased the footage. That was somebody said, in theory. And Janet says she's on Facebook. Thank you so much, Janet, for joining. And 9 times out of 10, the Black victim did not have a gun. True. It just that they want to say they did. so they can say they fear for their life. I agree with that. Mr. No Good, it was law at first for them to get away with all the negative they do and did. What? So basically, the police was set up that when you say they got a right to kill, it's already set up how they can get away with it because they feared for their life. What if the footage was erased? Hmm. Wow, that's deception on a whole new level right there. that is clearly deception right there. If that's happening, and I hope that is not happening. I hope that's not happening. Let me see here. But the question is, why we still facing the same things in the 1930s? Why are we still facing the same thing, people? Why? Why are we still facing the same thing? Yeah, Jan. I don't think they can either erase it. I hope they can't as well. No, can't erase it or manipulate it. All right, Mr. No Good. TikTok, he says they can get away with it because it was part of their job description and past and post, which in won the past and they won. Okay. Our person on TikTok is saying that the truth is it's still happening, people. It's still happening. It's still happening. Okay. Mr. After No Good said it's their DNA. What you mean by that? They are made up to kill us, to kill blacks, or how they feel about blacks, how they feel about the Negro race. It's already in them to destroy us. The hate is the hate is real, don't it? Oh, oh my goodness. All right. Can you handle the truth? Y'all better sit back on this one. Y'all better sit back on this one because I'm great. I'm going to tell you what Janice said here, okay? Wow. We have a person here on TikTok that I'm going to get to your comment, Janet, because it's hot. It says this person graduated from from a university, HBCU University. This is the topic every day. Okay, since it's such a topic every day, what's happening? What are we doing about it? Now, I want you all to put your seat belts on. Put y'all seat belts on this one, okay? Janet says here on Facebook, she says, because a racist was elected president and they want to take us back in time. They are afraid of losing their power. They are becoming the minority. Can you handle that truth? Because I forget what their slogan was. Something about change, go back, something like that. And I knew when I read that, I'm like, oh boy, we in a uphill battle. It's going to be an uphill battle for the Black race. It'll be an uphill battle. I think now they're finding out that they already knew the power we possess, and they already knew our ability of creating. They already knew that. And they know that our race is intelligent. See, now that more and more Black people are advancing themselves and coming up in rank and this, that, and the other, and they get to hear them talk now. Now, we've been a threat, but now we are really the threat, okay? Mr. Up to No Good says here, it's not about them going up, reflect that. Let's see, mass our DNA from living. All right. Time. Okay. All right. So we have a person on there, Mr. Up to No Good, saying it is DNA. It's in their DNA. It's in their DNA. It's in their DNA to hate us. It's in their DNA to disrespect us. We are targets. It's in their DNA to destroy us. You know, you haven't done it when our ancestors were slaves. Beat, strip, tear in half. Torture. All these things have occurred. Hang, lynch, lynching, hanging, beat. All that was done. But yet, you know what, people? We yet rise. We yet rise. We continue to strive. We continue to move on. Okay, from Mr. Up to No Good, living such a way for a long time. From living such a way for a long time, they will hate us. Okay, be great. Wrap it up, people, because we spent an hour almost. But I have got to read this comment. I got to read this comment. I want you all to listen very carefully and give it thought. Give it thought. Janet says here, have you ever noticed the difference in language when describing things they do and blacks do? If whites get together, they are protesters. Are you guys listening to this? When whites get together, they are protesters. That's what the white people say. Oh, we just protest. They protesters when they get a crowd of white folks. But blacks, on the other hand, is a mob. But blacks are a mob when we get together. Whites open carry. They are gun carrying citizens, but blacks are thugs. Wow. Janet, awesome statement. Awesome statement. Well, it's our time to go. And I want to thank each and every one of you all for joining in the conversation. And if you didn't join in the conversation, thank you also for viewing the show, Can You Handle the Truth? Until next time, Thursday at 7 p.m., join me Eastern Standard Time on Can You Handle the Truth? You know what? I get so excited, people, but please like and share. All right? Like and share. Like and share. Also, I do have a Cash App that you are welcome, more than welcome, to contribute. These funds go towards giving you a better quality of Can You Handle the Truth, with advancing into getting better equipment and things of that nature. Okay. Now, my Cash App is this because it's not on TikTok. My Cash App is $ JOCELYNMCGUIRE. That is two N's together. Cash App is JOCELYNMCGUIRE. Thank you guys for joining in. Like and share, because we have got to be more aware of what's going on around us. Like and share. You know what? We need to come more together. We need to come together, people. We need to come together. We need to come together as a people. For we can rise above this hostility towards our race. Once again, thank you for joining in. Like and share. Until we meet again on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look forward to seeing you guys again. Thank you. And have a wonderful day, evening.